Welcome to another episode of Flick Filter.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm Big Diesel.
I'm the professor.
And today, if you haven't noticed, my shirt, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire.
I've heard people just call it Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, which that kind of sounds kind of dumb.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter to me either.
It doesn't matter. Already, the name is too long.
Yes, and a little inaccurate, which we'll get to in a minute.
We will get to in a minute. So, where did you watch it? Because you're the one that watched it recently.
I watched it on Max. This isn't an ad for Max or anything, but that's where I watched it at.
Yeah. We're just trying to say,
yeah.
Because now it's not really in theaters no more. Which was weird. It was on digital for the longest.
It was. It took them a while.
To put it on Max.
Streaming. I don't know if that's because they were trying to get as much money out of it as possible for people to buy or rent it on digital. Because I was.
I don't know why they were dragging their feet on that. But
because the last one, Godzilla versus Kong, that went straight to. I think that went straight to Max. I want to say, unless I'm thinking about the wrong movie, because they've had a lot of these in this universe.
If you like Godzilla stuff, we did drop a Godzilla -1 on July 4th. I wanted to do it on July 4th because it was a holiday, so to celebrate July 4th.
What a better way to celebrate July 4th than a movie about.
A
movie about a giant lizard that's terrorizing Japan.
It's not Japan's Independence Day.
Which is a reaction of, which Godzilla's kind of a reaction of the war to begin with. There's a lot to unpack there.
Right. But we're not going to get to it. We're, so basically this one is not if you don't already know, it's not associated with Godzilla -1. This is with the Universal, right?
Yes, they're Universal. I don't know what you would call this universe. The Monster Universe? What's it called?
I think so, yeah. I think it's the Monster Universe. So yeah, they also had, it was a lot of Godzilla stuff. They had the Monarch TV show, which I did not watch.
Also, that is in this universe.
That is in this universe.
It's weird because isn't that an Apple show?
Yeah.
So I don't know why is that an Apple show, but this is under universe. It's fine.
I don't know, but so yeah, I heard Monarch was good. I don't have Apple, so I can't tell you, but I heard it was good. So yeah, this is following. I know Monarch is a prequel, so this starts off, I don't know how long after the first one.
I forgot also, because this has Tyree Henry.
Again, showing up.
Rebecca Hall, again.
And
the
little girl. Yeah.
And I forget, were they introduced in Godzilla versus Kong, or were they introduced in Kong
versus
or Godzilla King of the Monsters?
No, King of the Monsters was before Kong.
And that had Millie Bobby Brown, right?
Yeah.
No, she was also in Godzilla versus Kong, right?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna look this up real quick.
No.
Real quick. We can talk as I'm looking it up.
Basically, this is basically about, I think Gia is her name.
Yes.
That, she's having visions of something going down that she basically in this, like, private school for, like, the monster children, or, like, what is it? You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Well, I need you to help me out. Okay. Yeah.
I guess I didn't really know much about the school.
Yeah. So so basically she's at a school. I think it's for the people who kind of damaged, who Godzilla, who are part of the don't correct me, but whatever the kaiju attack or whatever, what city they attack and if they got, I don't know. I'm just spitballing. But basically, she's in the school, and they can't figure out why she can't focus, pretty much, because she gets dreams and stuff like that, visions.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Rebecca Hall has adopted her, kind of. Yeah. And it basically starts off, she's getting lonely, pretty much. I think Kong's a little lonely, a little bit.
I mean, he's kind of just doing his thing at the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he is kind of lonely, he doesn't really have his people, really, for real. I don't know. It's for me. I'm not able to really read Kong's inner emotions like that.
Right. But anywho, can't remember.
Dang.
So basically we got a new villain in this, as you could see, Skar King, and we basically figure out that. Should we spoil this?
I mean, might as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Spoiler alert for
Yeah.
this movie that's been out for a while that I just watched this past weekend.
You told them. Let's.
Hey man.
You didn't want to see
Whatever.
it anyways.
It's whatever. Not that I didn't want to see it, I just wasn't that interested.
No, that's understatement. But anyways, basically, Brian Tyree comes back. I forget why he wanted to come back. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So.
Yeah.
But basically they bring him back because they are feeling earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
there's things happening.
There's things happening. There's a bunch of kaiju that are around too. I think Godzilla's on the Earth and Kong is in the
Hollow Earth.
Hollow
Godzilla
Earth.
was, well, I can't remember, but he was chilling in Rome in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Godzilla was just around there doing his thing.
I think he was just killing all the kaiju or whatever. But what they realized is Godzilla is going somewhere and there's some kind of beacon that's kind of calling out to him.
Mm-hmm.
And you figure out that is the beacon to kind of get, I think it was Gia's, you figure out Gia's ancestors.
Yeah.
That are basically calling, because Gia is kind of this prophecy, part of this prophecy, to bring Mothra back.
Yep.
So, which is cool. And basically Kong, we're jumping all around, but
yeah.
Kong is basically meets up with Suko, who is part of this tribe that is enslaved by
Skar King?
Skar King. He's a little bit rebellious, a little bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't really like him, and Kong is trying to be nice to him pretty much, but
yeah.
at the same time he's just kind of being
a little brat.
Yeah. You said it, not me. But then when he figures out, he goes to the Hollow Earth and figures out all these guys are enslaved, and basically gets into conflict with the Skar King and figures out what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think he basically has a whole bunch of gorillas enslaved doing I don't even know what they were doing. I don't even know what they were doing.
It doesn't really.
Yeah.
It doesn't really explain it. I mean, because they're not speaking our language anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, it kind of brings you out of it. But I feel like this movie was better than the last couple. I think the humans. The problem I had with the original one is the humans were annoying, which kind of okay in this one.
They weren't as bad in this one. I think there just weren't as many humans in this one. I think
they realized, like...
We can cut a lot of y'all out.
Yeah.
Save our money.
Right. And we didn't really need like a human villain. We didn't need...
There really wasn't
Apex.
A human villain.
Yeah. They just used another kaiju villain, which I feel like was to their benefit. We just want kaijus, fighting kaijus.
Yeah.
We don't need humans and all that stuff. So, yeah, so basically my point is, I don't know what they were it looked like they were mining and doing a whole bunch of stuff, but it wasn't really clear what Skar King was having them do.
Yeah.
But then you find out he has another ice Pokemon.
Yeah.
An ice Pokemon.
He did have an ice Pokemon.
Yeah.
He looked kind of cool, or she, I can't remember.
She, I think it was a she.
Yeah.
I think. But basically, and it was weird. He has this little spine of a weapon.
Yeah. That
was really cool until he has this little gem. I think it's the piece. I think her name is Shimo. And he would just, point it at it and it would like stun her a little bit. It was just kind of lame, I guess. In my opinion, I was just like, really? But he was basically controlling Shimo with it. And basically, I forget what his whole purpose was. I think he wanted to get into the main Earth. I think. So, that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. You got a lot of tag teaming to do. You got Kong. It was just a good, fun movie.
It was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of action. I will say something that did surprise me was the fact that I kind of alluded to this earlier. Like, I hope this isn't too much of a spoiler, but
you already said there was going to be spoilers.
Yeah. So Kong, it's Godzilla Kong, but to me it should have been Kong Godzilla because Kong is way more of a primary character.
I think why they did it just sounds better. Do you really want to say Kong Godzilla? It just don't sound right.
Godzilla Kong Godzilla. Yeah, I guess you're right.
But also, I think mostly what's selling it is Godzilla. Let's be real. Godzilla is the main thing holding it together.
Is he?
Like, he's the Superman to the Batman.
But everyone likes Batman more.
Do they?
Most people like Batman more. Post in your comments, who do you like more, Batman or Superman?
Stop. Stop. We're not going to start a war on our comment section. But
why not?
Get more. We don't need war. We don't need war.
Get more
we need people.
Attention. Get more attraction. We
need people to get along.
Engagement. That's the word. Engagement.
But anyways. But yeah. I think I think just Godzilla is the more popular one. I feel like.
Probably like universally.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Kong's popular too, but
that's why I'm saying, most people know Superman. Let's put this to rest. Most people know Superman, so I'll say that's Godzilla.
Okay.
Batman, Kong. Yes, a lot of people may like him more, but people mainly know Superman.
People still know that.
That's what I gotta deal with, guys. So yeah, you do got some power ups, with
yeah, you do have some.
You got Kong with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Gauntlet. When after he broke his arm and they gave him the gauntlet, and
I think he just scratched it up, didn't he?
Wiped out half the universe. Yeah.
And then we got Godzilla going Super Saiyan Rose.
I'm glad we both thought that at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. These are fun movies. I don't think they're that bad, and I think this, like I was telling you, I think this one was the better of all of them. Mm-hmm. It's no -1. Yeah. But I think this is still. It was still a good time. What'd you think? Was it really as bad as you say?
I did not. It was going to be terrible. I just didn't have that much of an interest. It was a little different than I expected it to be, but in terms of the quality, I think the quality was about what I expected it to be, which isn't bad. It was just like, okay, it was cool.
Yeah, it's a good, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be that deep.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be deep. It's just a cool time.
You know?
Yeah.
Better than the Fast and the Furious.
Some of them.
You know? Some. Yeah.
Not the first one.
Classic.
Or the fifth one.
I don't remember.
One in Rio. It's a classic.
But I'm pretty much. I bet you it's gonna get there. Godzilla is gonna get there to the 5 because they got 11. So
you're saying they're gonna make that many, or you're saying it's
probably,
gonna
yeah.
You think they're gonna make up to 11 Godzilla, Kong?
Yeah, even more than that.
In this universe,
yes.
How much story can you do? Don't
answer it in the comments section.
What do you think they should do for the next Godzilla, Kongzilla?
I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people know the lore.
Yeah.
So it'd be a lot of that retelling. And Skar King was an original. Like, he wasn't from the older.
Well, he's
movies.
an original character.
Yes.
He was pretty cool.
He was cool. And I think you can just make up kaiju. Now, what I didn't like is the fact that some of the kaiju just were kind of killed off.
Oh, like in King of the Monsters?
No, in this movie.
Who all was killed off? Don't say that. Don't spoil it. But
It's already spoilers, but I don't remember. But basically to power up Godzilla. Remember, he was fighting them just to get to the part. But all in all, I think Zuko was cool too. I think everybody was cool. We had Dan Smith. He was in...
Dan Evans.
Dan Evans?
His name is Dan Smith?
I thought so.
I don't think it's Dan Smith.
Dan Evans? Well, whoever
it's Dan Stevens.
We were both wrong. But yeah, Dan Stevens, who was in Legion, the X-Men show. So, yeah, I thought he was cool. I thought he was going to be a little bit annoying, but nah, he was actually pretty good. I think everybody still did great. Even though I love Tyree Henry, I don't really like this character that he's playing. I get it, but I get he's the comic relief, but I don't really care for it. Honestly, I just think they can do better, make better characters. If you're gonna do humans, make them better characters. But they don't need to be in it. We can just use... Oh! And something else. Yeah. They did a whole info dump. And they were like showing cave paintings or whatever to show the whole origins of... Remember they were doing the cave paintings?
Kinda.
And it was just all an info dump. And I was like, you got all that from these little drawings?
Maybe she's just well studied.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anywho, all in all, I think it was a good movie. Think anybody should check it out. It's a good popcorn movie. What do you rate it?
Yeah. A 3.
Out of 5?
Out of 5, yeah.
Not bad. Mid.
It's not bad.
Mid.
It's not bad.
I'll do 3.5.
Okay.
Rebellious.
Okay.
That's cool. But post your comments down below. Let us know. Yeah. And We'll try to do another one.
Let us know what you think.
We don't know what the next ones are, but we'll think the plan is to see Twisters.
Why would you say that in the video? You
I
don't know
just
what's
said
going.
the plan.
You don't know what's coming out when.
I said the plan. But anyways, let us know in the comments what else you want us to do, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see you at the next one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, send to your cousins, your aunties, your nephews, all the people.
All of them.